our first attempt at a good conversation party. Alright, so we got grown individuals. Alright, then we're gonna talk about ordinary stuff. Stuff that happened in ordinary times or whatever. Alright, so it's a lot of people, so as we go, we introduce everybody. But for now, like I said, Ms. Shelley gonna read the first question. Go ahead, Ms. Shelley.
How should household responsibilities be split between a couple? Cooking, cleaning, caring for kids, yard work, etc.
That's one of the stuff.
That's what?
Tristan, what you got?
I think that it should be a joint effort. I mean, this ain't the 30s and nothing like that, so it shouldn't be man only do outside stuff, woman only do inside
Tristan,
stuff.
is that you?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know who this woman is.
Please don't act like you know me. But I think that it should be, you know, the men and women should definitely be comfortable trying to do outside stuff, and the dudes need to, you know, learn how to wash dishes and cook.
What do you do outside?
Laundry. Women should be able to cut the yard too.
What?
Just
What
like
if y'all have house?
Huh?
I
No, I mean, cutting the yard nowadays, lawnmowers, all you
But we
got to do
said in
is
the
walk
market.
behind it. I mean, we just said household duties. I mean, we just going in general.
Can you be a little more specific?
Okay,
you down, bro?
I just said
Keep it general, bro. It's better to keep it general, bro.
Let the man talk.
They should take turns. Nobody should feel like they overwhelmed. The guy should feel like he has to do all this stuff outside. The woman should be willing to help. She shouldn't feel like she has to do all this stuff inside. The guy should be willing to help. That's the only way things are gonna work out.
What you think?
I agree. I feel like it should be a 50-50 road. Everybody's grown. Past days, the man worked, the woman stayed at home and did things. Nowadays, women are working just like men are working, so when we come home, everybody's tired.
So what do come home and say, man, get on that yard out there?
No. No.
Oh, now it's a roll. It's a roll now. To the yard, it's a roll.
No, I mean, I don't have any problem doing yard work. I mean, I'm a very hands-on person, so I don't have a problem doing yard work. I don't mind raking. I'm not going to push no lawnmower, though. Just like some of y'all don't want to do no dishes, y'all will put dishes in the dishwasher. I will help out. Have no problem assisting. Y'all need to be about assisting. Everybody needs to assist everybody in doing everything. All choices need to go on. I feel like it's 50-50. Like clean up behind yourself.
Lawnmowers nowadays have horsepower, so they push themselves. You just got to guide it or whatever.
I don't do that either.
There's no excuse for it. Out there.
I will rake. I don't mind raking. I plant some flowers. I pull some weeds, but I don't want to run. I don't know why. I just don't want to push. That's me personally.
See, but that's not fair.
But how is it not fair when I'm willing to do a lot more?
I know, but that's like the husband saying
more is not 50-50 though.
Yeah, the husband ain't saying
more is not
willing
50-50.
to.
It's 50-50 if I'm assisting.
You're not assisting 50%.
Keyword assisting.
So what if the husband say, well, I'm willing to I'm not really willing to do anything besides wipe off the stove. I ain't willing to do that.
Okay, but you assisted me in cleaning the kitchen. I'm okay with that.
But you're talking about you as an individual. I guess we're talking about, generally speaking, you know, it don't happen like that.
Generally speaking, 50-50. Generally speaking.
50-50. So basically, everybody helping out, everybody doing something, right?
Whoever cooks. Whoever didn't cook, do dishes.
No beats. I do the dishes. And I cook.
Guilty? I didn't say anything.
Uh-oh.
I didn't say anything.
And I cook probably 75% of the time. You got that, Kevin?
And I clean up. I clean up.
Oh, man.
Now she tried to get on camera when she said that. I clean up.
Counter. So how the dishes gonna get? Will you sweep the floor?
I mean, I washed dishes when I was little, man. I was a dishwasher,
Try to
so I
pick
mean,
up something.
I was little, I was a dishwasher, so I'm tired of
So
washing
you're
dishes.
experienced.
Listen.
Listen, it comes down to this, right? Whatever couple it is, they're gonna come to some agreement on how to split whatever the duties are, right? Whatever, you know, and whatever, you know, is different for each couple. But what ends up happening from what I hear and what I have lived is when dude, you know, it usually breaks out along traditional lines. As much as we don't like to say it, it usually does, right? Most of the outside type of work, getting on the roof, painting, fixing the car, flat tires, fixing doors, usually the dude ends up doing that. And usually the woman does the majority of the house type of work, right? But the problem comes in is that a lot of times say this is a woman actually. I'm gonna put it out there. A lot of times the woman starts to feel like you should be helping her with her work. Like, you need to help me do these dishes or help me with, whatever, baby. I'm talking about agreed upon rules that happened before. You know what I'm saying? You need to help her. But she ain't trying to help you fix that tire. She not helping you fixing that brake. She not getting up in that car. You know what I'm saying? She not painting the house. She not getting on the roof. You know what I'm saying? But even if you're paying, you handle it. That's the point. So.
Not you.
Yeah, I got you. So I'm just saying that when we have our jobs to do, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be cleaning the pool, getting on that roof, you know what I'm saying, fixing the tires, it ain't like, hey, you want to help me get up in this car and fix this tire? You want to help me get on this roof? I mean, you can get up there and do a couple shingles, you know what I'm saying? That usually don't happen. But when it comes to that laundry and them dishes and, painting the inside, moving all this furniture around every couple of months.
Let me tell you something.
Nah,
let me
man,
tell you
that's
something
not
about
fair.
your story.
Mm-hmm.
You know that everything that you're saying that a man is doing is stuff that we have no control over. You talking about household duties that y'all have control over. Y'all will go in and dirty up a dish after we've done dishes and leave that in the sink, opposed to rinsing it out, washing it out, putting it in the dishwasher or something.
I didn't get that towel
Cleaning it
flat.
out behind yourself. We didn't get it on flat, not on purpose. Wait.
You can't mess. He
But
that just happened.
I have an entirely different thought here.
Go ahead.
So beyond control and whatnot, how often do you have to get on top of the roof as opposed to how often
What if
you
you
gotta
stay in the
wash the
apartment?
dishes?
It don't matter because you know what? Like I said, to me it doesn't matter what job it is, right? I mean, if we agreed that was the opposite, that y'all got on the roof and I washed dishes. I'm just saying, this is my job. I'm washing dishes. So when it's time you get on the roof, I don't hear you complain about having to get on the roof and me helping you get on the roof.
Okay, so
That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
If that's
I don't care if it happens just one time a year or whatever. When it's your job, don't expect me
right. Can I
to
say
help
out the
you.
trash?
I'd rather have that.
Go ahead. All right. If that's what we agreed upon,
Are you
that's what I'm saying.
The
That's all
dude
I'm
would
saying.
be more willing if the woman would step up, like Mona y'all taking out the trash. The woman was like, you know what, boo? I'm gonna take out the trash or something like that. Then the dude might come around, see you watch, it's like, let me have
But we
that.
gotta make the initiative.
The dude is more willing to help you out with
You
woman's
wash the
stuff.
dishes. It's your house. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday by yourself.
First of all, you don't do that.
Why are you taking everything so personal? I'm making a general statement. Why are you taking everything so personal?
You keep looking at me.
I mean, you want me to look at Jay? Okay, I'll look at Jay when I see him.
Damn, I think I
Wash the dishes.
There you go. There you go.
So
My
basically,
perspective is-
basically,
Go ahead.
no, Jay, go. You got the floor, baby.
I think that it is a 50-50 thing, but I think that like modern times has pretty much made us lose our way. You know what I'm saying? People has lost their roles. You know what I'm saying? Because
I think it's
I
because we
feel
got jobs.
you have jobs, but we both have jobs. You know what I'm saying? But that still don't mean you have to stop doing what you have to do. You know what I'm
Why
saying?
do I still have to do the job that I was doing back in the day when I didn't have a job, so I had all day to do that
I
stuff?
still do the same thing. So why is it different? So
Because
as
I
long
was
as we
doing a lot more
both
than
doing our part, see why does it have to be? It's like I'm still saying it's like it's a 50-50 thing,
Right.
but still if people pay attention to the roles, you have less confusion. You know what I'm saying? And
I
don't be
understand
afraid
that.
to ask. Communication is key in any relationship.
I
You know what I'm
understand
saying?
that.
So as long as you say, okay, baby, I need help with this week, then I'm aware of it. You know what I'm saying?
So
Then
I have to
I can
ask
help
you
you
to
do
help you
that.
watch
Then
your kids. I have to ask you to help you watch your kids.
I don't have kids. What the hell you talking about? It goes back to a 50-50 joint effort. You know what I'm saying? A kid needs both a man and a woman to raise the child. You know what I'm saying? It takes both a man and a woman.
But
You know what I'm
based on
saying?
the roles that you're talking about, typically the woman is left with most of the responsibilities for the kid, even though it's not
But it
mostly
goes
her
back to
baby.
what I'm saying. It's the lost role. That's why I'm saying.
Y'all
If
do the nurturing,
But
we do
the
that
point is,
bad
like,
shit.
we have to grow with the times. But why do we have to lose? You know what I'm saying? What?
See, oh, there we go. There we go. There we
There
go.
goes the confusion.
There we go. Yeah.
But I'm not
The modern.
And you work, so therefore your relationship won't.
If that's the case, I need to stay at home then. Like, I don't need to go work. I need to stay at home.
Modernized time.
Nails and everything done. You can't do that.
That's right.
Well, I should
Yeah.
still get all that stuff done. You should.
No, wait. Yeah, Yeah, if you want to stay at home, that's fine. But
If you
then at that point, that means I'm the sole breadwinner. That
And
means
that's
that I
fine.
make the decisions on how this money gets divvied up. So whatever money that you get for whatever you do, no, because I make the money, right?
You're right.
Right.
Now if you want all that extra stuff, then yeah, you gotta
But
wait.
now it's more balanced now. You know what I'm saying? You don't have most of the men that's being the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? It's more balanced.
It's going.
But still, it doesn't matter the fact that people get too touchy. People take shit personal. You know what I'm saying? If you take the personal shit out and say, I'm gonna do my fucking part, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. And you do your part.
I know we think
Y'all do, okay, I'm serious. But I'm just saying, if you do your part and I do my part, and we collectively get together and say, hey, you, that's, yeah, wine time.
Baby, do you want some chocolate chip cookies?
I sure do.
I got some.
But see, what he's saying is, because see how you little modern women like, I should be able to stay at home and all this other stuff. If the woman thinks that, then that gives the dude the right to say, all right, I'm doing no cooking.
And that's fine. But that shouldn't happen if I'm working and we both working and then I'm taking on all the responsibility. That's nothing.
I agree with the frequency thing. It does, because like, I agree with the frequency, because like, the roof is not going to break all the damn time. You mow the grass maybe once every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? The car doesn't break down if you have new cars. It's not going to break down all the damn time. And when you do, you're going to take it to a mechanic. You know what I'm saying? So it is a joint effort. But still, that doesn't mean that, okay, I don't have to mow the grass. You know what I'm saying? Or I let my wife do it instead. You know what I'm saying? You still play your role. You know what I'm saying? But then people will respect, you know what I'm saying, you more because you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just in case something happens, you know what I'm saying? The faucet breaks, but even though you can't fix it, you attempt to do it. You know what I'm saying?
They looking at you to handle it. Whether you paying for it, whether you doing it personally yourself,
but
they looking to you to handle it.
As long as you're doing that. You know what
Just
I'm
like
saying?
if she want to hire a maid,
you're playing
that's
your
on her.
part. And that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
That debunks that right off bat. But the point is, we live in modernized times where people think things so fucking personal. You know, so personal. I'm cursing. So personal.
In his apology, he cussed again.
But I think the main thing to realize is both the men and the women need to stop thinking that they doing too much. Like my mom always used to say, like, just do that. Don't be thinking you doing too much because you're doing something or whatever.
Doing more, yeah.
Like, do what you're supposed to do. If there's dishes in there and you see them, then do that. Don't think you're doing too much because you're doing the dishes and you get them the last time.
Check. And this is what I was talking about when I mentioned that. I'm mentioning that, I'm just saying, just say for the sake of argument, this particular couple decided to do quote unquote traditional roles. That's what I'm saying. So once that's decided and agreed upon between those two, his stuff may happen infrequently, like we talked about, right? So let's just say it's been a while since he had to do, a couple weeks since he had to do grass. And in between, no cars are broken, no doorknobs came off, nothing like that. Right. But she still had to do her dishes. So she's looking at it like she's doing more because hers is a more steady thing. Right. So she's looking at you, or I'm not saying it happens all the time, but a lot of times she might look at it as, well, maybe he should help. You know what I'm saying? But every time when your stuff comes up, and sometimes we do, women, y'all know too, a lot of stuff start happening back to back. First your car break, right? And then something, it just happens. At that point, we're not looking at her and be like, man, you should do one of the things I said I was gonna do. Yeah. How come you think trash?
That's where it goes.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that.
It's like either bumps if you say, if my wife say, or my woman at the time may say, if she's overwhelmed or if she feel like she's doing a lot, to say, hey baby, can you help me with this?
That's different.
You know what I'm saying? But that's where communication comes apart. That's what any relationship.
But what happens if you don't do it? The tension that might happen afterwards.
The assumption comes. The assumption comes, and you assume that okay, he's not doing nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You start critiquing every little thing. You know what I'm saying? A dust bunny comes up on the edge of the counter, like, man, it's dirty in the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Before you know it, there goes an argument when y'all had to do is say, baby, help me clean up.
Well, if you do say that, and it still don't get done.
Well, you can't stop.
But like, how many times do you have to repeat yourself to somebody before something gets done?
You're right, but then that's what.
Personal again?
Are you guilty of that?
Wait a minute. All right, y'all know
Maybe I'm giving this old Cosby type family.
You're not. So bottom line is basically we got the role male and female, but it's okay if because you gotta change diapers or wash dishes 3 or 4 times a day, it's all right for the man or somebody to, like I say, communicate, like, hey, can you get the dishes this time? Or can you change the diaper, that type of thing. That way, I mean, like you said, then it's all together, right?
So,
Join it.
what I'm looking for would be a
Too much.
spouse. I do want a lot, yes, I
Yes,
want
you
the
do.
world.
Clearly.
But I think I want a spouse that won't let me get overwhelmed. I don't want someone to wait until I have to ask for help.
Why should you have to wait till I assume or assume that I should read your mind?
But
But
you
if you
now I'm being personal. You never have to assume.
It's for you. You never have to assume. I say, Tristan, you want to get the dishes? I'll give it a minute. This is Monday. This is Monday. Tuesday, Tristan, you gonna get the dishes?
I don't know.
I'll give him a minute. Wednesday, Tristan, are you gonna get the damn dishes?
Oh, get the damn
That's not right. And women don't never. They always assume the dudes should know what they think.
No,
They'll
okay,
never
they
do that.
always say Brittany because we know each other now.
Brittany always decided I should
Alright, so
say whatever instead of her just saying what's on her mind.
so bottom line.
Write it down.
I don't know.
Hey, don't say it. Write it down.
So bottom line, just communicate. And nobody won't get overwhelmed.
We are communicating.
on
But
what-
every single day I have to ask you to like
Coming
Right
back
now.
to somebody
something
thinking
that's
they doing too much. Not
Okay,
Brittany.
so
Text you.
No.
by the way, when you get home, so who did
Old
your
fashioned.
dishes before you
Right
got
there, put it on
married?
the refrigerator.
That's another
You don't see it.
question. So bottom line, bottom
You
line.
so shut that down.
No,
I was curious about what she was saying.
That's another question for another day.
So he just forgot how to
So-
finish his notes.
So
Before you got
I did, and you know what? I can keep fixing my stuff.
Exactly.
Thank
Well, then we'll keep it up.
Well, you're damn right.
Everybody can lay on
So,
me.
Miss Independent?
So bottom line, just communicate so there won't nobody get overwhelmed and nobody won't assume, right? And all that good stuff, right?
No, communication to me that's not the bottom line.
Okay.
The bottom line is
That's
that
what
as long as you do your agreed upon roles, you can't be mad if the other person don't want to chip in and help you. If they don't,
Good
because they
stuff.
have other things to do or whatever the case may be.
Cool, good stuff. Got it.